Academic Discipline, Theoretical English Grammar, Lecture 6, Number. The lecture is based on materials from a course in Theoretical English Grammar by Mark Block. Productive ways of expressing the number opposition. The category of number is expressed by the opposition of the plural form of the noun to the singular form of the noun. The strong member of this binary opposition is the plural, its productive formal mark being the suffix es, s, is, as presented in the forms dog, dogs, clock, clocks, box, boxes. The productive formal mark correlates with the absence of the number suffix in the singular form of the noun. The semantic content of the unmarked form, as has been shown above, enables the grammarians to speak of the zero suffix of the singular English form. Non-productive ways of expressing the number opposition. Non-productive ways of expressing the number opposition are vowel interchange in several relict forms: man, man, woman, women, tooth, teeth, etc. The archaic suffix in supported by phonemic interchange in a couple of other relict forms: ox, oxen, child, children, cow, kine, brother, brethren. The correlation of individual singular and plural suffixes in a limited number of borrowed nouns: formula, formula, phenomenon, phenomena. In some cases, the plural form of the noun is homonymous with the singular form: sheep, deer, fish, etc. Semantic interpretations of number. The semantic nature of the difference between singular and plural may present some difficulties of interpretation. On the surface of semantic relations, the meaning of the singular will be understood as simply one, as opposed to the meaning of the plural as many in the sense of more than one. This is apparently obvious for such correlations as book, books, lake, lakes, and the like. However, alongside of these semantically unequivocal correlations, there exist plurals and singulars that cannot be fully accounted for by the above ready-made approach. For example, potato, one item of the vegetables, and potatoes, food. Paper, material, and papers, notes of documents. Sky, the vault of heaven, and skies, the same sky taken as a direct or figurative background, etc. We can see the broader semamic mark of the plural or plurality in the grammatical sense. Semantic varieties of the plural forms. The category of number is one of the regular variable categories in the grammatical system of the English language. There are semantic varieties of the plural forms that differ from one another in their plural quality as such. Some distinctions of this kind were shown above. Some further distinctions may be seen in a variety of other cases. Here belong, for example, cases where the plural form expresses a definite set of objects: eyes of the face, wheels of the vehicle, etc. Various types of the referent: wines, teas, steels, intensity of the presentation of the idea: yes and yes, thousands upon thousands, picturesqueness, sands, waters, snows. The extreme point of this semantic scale is marked by the lexicalization of the plural form. It is, but it's serving as a means of rendering not specificational, but purely notional difference in meaning. Cow colors as a flag, attentions as a wooing, pains as a thought, etc. Absolute singular. The absolute singular is characteristic of the names of abstract notions: peace, love, joy, courage, friendship, etc. The names of the branches of professional activity: chemistry, architecture, mathematics, linguistics, etc. The names of mass materials: water, snow, steel, hair, etc. The names of collective inanimate objects: fruit, furniture, machinery, etc. Some of these words can be used in the form of the common singular with the common plural counterpart, but in this case they come to mean either different sorts of materials or separate concrete manifestations of the qualities denoted by abstract nouns, or concrete objects exhibiting the respective qualities. The absolute singular, by way of functional oppositional reduction, can be used with countable nouns. In such cases, the nouns are taken to express either the corresponding abstract ideas or else the meaning of some mass material correlated with its countable referent. Waltz is a lovely dance. There was that desert all round them. The refugees needed shelter. Have we got chicken? Got the second course. Absolute plural. The absolute plural is different from the common plural, cannot directly combine with numerals and only occasionally does it combine with discrete quantifiers, many, few, etc. The absolute plural is characteristic of the uncountable nouns which denote objects consisting of two halves: trousers, scissors, tongues, spectacles. The nouns expressing some sort of collective meaning, thus rendering the idea of indefinite plurality both concrete and abstract. Supplies, outskirts, clothes, parents, tidings, earnings, contents, politics, police, cattle, etc. The nouns denoting some diseases as well as some abnormal states of the body and mind: measles, rickets, mumps, creeps, etc. As is seen from the examples, from the point of view of number as such, the absolute plural forms can be divided into set absolute plural, objects of two halves, and non-set absolute plural, the rest. Common number with uncountable singular nouns can also be expressed by means of combining them with words showing discreteness, such as bit, piece, item, thought. The last two items of news were quite sensational. This kind of rendering the grammatical meaning of common number with uncountable nouns is in due situational conditions so regular that it can be regarded as special sublativity in the categorical system of number. Descriptive uncountable plural. The absolute plural, by way of functional oppositional reduction, can be represented in countable nouns having the form of the singular, in uncountable nouns having the form of the plural, and also in countable nouns having the form of the plural. The first type of reduction, consisting in the use of the absolute plural with countable nouns in the singular form, concerns collective nouns which are thereby changed into nouns of multitude. The family were gathered round the table. The government are unanimous in disapproving the move of the opposition. This form of the absolute plural may be called multitude plural. The second type of the described oppositional reduction, consisting in the use of the absolute plural with uncountable nouns in the plural form, concerns cases of stylistic marking of nouns. Thus, the oppositional reduction results in expressive transposition. The sands of the desert, the snows of the Arctic, the waters of the oceans. This variety of the absolute plural may be called descriptive uncountable plural. Repetition plural. The type of oppositional reduction concerns common countable nouns used in repetition groups. The acquired implication is indefinitely large, quantified, intensely presented. The nouns in repetition groups may themselves be used either in the plural fixed form or in the singular unfixed form. There were trees and trees all around us. I lit cigarette after cigarette. This variety of the absolute plural may be called repetition plural. It can be considered as a peculiar analytical form in the marginal sphere of the category of number. Thank you for attention.